Okay. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, this is a tough one, folks. This is a tough one. Love. Love is so challenging. Love is the hardest thing in the world for some reason. For me, I think about love in two different ways. And we all think about things differently. So, whatever. I understand if this is not how you view it. But for me, love is kind of siloed into here, which is loving one's self, loving yourself. And then here, which is loving others. So easy, at least in my experience, to love others. I love to love. I love my partner. I love my family. I love my friends. I even love associates and coworkers. I love them all. And I try to let them know as often as possible. But when it comes to myself, oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like I hate myself most of the time. Why is that? And I don't know how to fix it. No, I'm doing better. I don't want you to think that I'm in a really bad place with that. I mean, it's gone everywhere throughout my whole life. It's gone up and down the way how I view myself. And lately it's been tough. I struggle with understanding how to love myself. And I wish I could plop down today and tell you how to love yourself. Because I don't know. And maybe I'm asking you to tell me. Maybe you can get in the comments and tell me some specific strategies you employ every day to love yourself. I mean, here I am. I'm coming in with things like meditation. I'm coming in with things like journaling. I'm coming in with things like staying true to a to-do list so I don't feel shame about not getting things done. I mean, for me, loving myself is so conditional. I don't have unconditional love for myself. And so that's kind of the code I'm trying to crack. And as one does with certain age milestones, I've been thinking a lot about myself lately and how I want to be for the next 10 years. I just turned 30. And so now I'm thinking, what do I want to be? How do I want to be in my 30s? And how do I want this to lead me into the age of 40 and the age of 50 and et cetera, et cetera? Like, how do I want to be? Well, whatever I decide to be, whatever I decide to do, a lot of it is dependent on whether or not I love myself. And I really struggle with that. I recently had my 30th birthday a few weeks ago, less than a month ago. And it was one of the most surreal experiences of my life. It was so special. It was so beautiful. All my best friends were there. They all told me how much they loved me. My girlfriend and my sister even went as far as to literally create a video of clips of all the people in my life who care about me, saying things about me that were so nice, best memory, etc. Like, wow, like crazy shit. Crazy shit where the reaction I'm supposed to have is like crying. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful. I'm so this, I'm so that. And it was really great. And don't get me wrong, it was fantastic. It was really beautiful. But the days after that party, this party when every single person I love is in the same room and celebrating me. Days after this party, I felt depressed. And weeks after, and where I'm at right now, I literally told a friend the other day, I told him that this birthday party felt like I was in a simulation and or all these people in this room are paid actors. I literally could not fathom why all these people loved me. I mean, That's fucked up. Like, let's be honest, that's so fucked up. And why do I feel this way? I felt depressed days after this party. And so I'm trying to understand how to do this thing called self-love. I have so much love for others, and I will always tell them that. I just had a production shoot with a good friend of mine. He does a lot of the videography and photography for the stuff that we do. And every time I work with him, I give him a big hug. I tell him I love him. Like, here we are, we're just working together. He's just taking photos and doing videos for me. I'm telling the guy that I love him, and I mean it sincerely every time. But then when I come home and I look in the mirror and I look at myself, can I sincerely tell the man in the mirror that I love him too? Do I love myself as much as I love my partner? Do I love myself as much as I love my family? It's tough. It's really challenging. And again, I don't have any hacks or tips or advice on how to love yourself. All I know is that it's a one day at a time type of thing for me. Sometimes I like to start the morning with prayer and meditation. And it's not necessarily religious prayer, but it is a practice in which I'm cultivating gratitude. And in that moment, I try to practice self-compassion, try to practice self-forgiveness, because I think that's the issue. I think I don't forgive myself for any little mistake, and it builds up over time, and it gets bad. It gets real bad. I think also in that mix is shame. I feel a lot of shame for random things that I shouldn't necessarily feel ashamed of, and yet it's there. I think shame is very powerful for men, women, and everyone else in between. But as a man, there are certain things I feel shame about that are very specific to manhood. But anyways, I'm here today to tell you that love is hard. That's the point I'm trying to make. Love is so goddamn hard. But for whatever reason, loving others is just so much easier than loving myself. For me, it's easier to love someone with drastically opposing viewpoints than loving myself. And now that I'm thinking about it, I tend to find loving others pretty easy, but I look around and, man, some of y'all are struggling to love others. And I understand the viewpoints thing, the ideology thing, the politics thing, religion. Certain people believe in certain things, different things than you do. Makes it really hard to love them. I understand. For me, I love all y'all. Okay, I don't care what you subscribe to. I love you. But looking back at myself, I'm still trying to figure that out. And maybe you are too. Let's figure it out together. How about that? And if you have figured it out, let me know what you're doing in the comments so I can learn from you or try to replicate it or something, because you've cracked the code. If you unconditionally, unapologetically love yourself, you have cracked the code, my friend. And I want some of your secret sauce. Give it to me, please. But yeah, love is hard. You should love yourself. You should love others. And I know that's easier said than done, but you should just do it. I don't have any answers today. I just wanted to rant essentially about this topic. Okay. I love you. I love you. And on that cheesy note, we shall conclude. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me.